I'm Alex Grassi, here with a lesson on articulations from my fingerstyle guitar method. A wide variety of articulations can be used to manipulate the approach, sustain, and release of an individual note. They can be used to embellish a melody or to rephrase a whole bass line. They're not always marked in the score, and their use is often left to the discretion of the player. Building an articulation vocabulary and recognizing where and how to use it can take some effort, but the returns are well worth it. This lesson introduces a few important types of articulations, including grace notes and legato-staccato techniques. Hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides were introduced in an earlier lesson as a way to play notes legato, or more connected to one another. We've also seen how they can be used to connect grace notes to the primary notes of a musical line. These legato techniques can also be considered an articulation in themselves, especially when they're used to embellish a musical phrase. Here's a very plain melody consisting of only half notes and quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Play it through a few times using an alternating IM pattern for the picking hand. Now, let's add embellishments using hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides to create a more textured and articulated melody with a greater sense of movement and rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2. Longer and slower slides are often called glissandos. Like slides, glissandos are executed with a single fretting hand finger, and they're graphically represented by either a straight or a squiggly line between the beginning and ending notes. Sometimes they're marked with the abbreviation GLIS as well. Here's a version of the melody to the classic blues St. James Infirmary. It begins at the 3rd fret with a glissando on the last triplet of the pickup measure and lands on the downbeat at the 7th fret, 4 frets and 2 whole tones higher, like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. This makes for a very dramatic entrance into the melody and sets the tone for the whole piece. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Try it at different tempos until the motion feels fluid and even. When played very slowly, the individual notes between the start and end of the glissando begin to emerge, like this. However, on guitar, it's more typical to play the glissandos fast enough so as not to hear the individual notes, more like this. There are also many other slides in this example. Indefinite slides. That is to say, they have no fixed starting or ending pitch and they don't connect to other notes. The slide symbols point in the direction of the slide, either up or down. The note to which it's attached should be held for all or part of its value and then begin to fall away in pitch and gradually disappear altogether before the following note is plucked, like this. Or later on, 2, 3. This falling away effect is achieved by sliding the fretting hand finger toward the nut and gradually decreasing pressure on the string, but not releasing it entirely. As the sound dissipates, lift the finger off the string and reposition it, like this. When indefinite slides are placed before a note, the string is plucked, and then the fretting hand finger pressure is gradually increased as the finger slides towards the note, like in the last note of the piece here. Or it all happens pretty quickly, but the gradual pressure is what makes the starting or ending point sound indefinite. As you play the example, experiment with beginning and ending the indefinite slides at different positions on the fingerboard. See what sounds good.